I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio here on this Thursday, January 23rd. We begin today with news just into the newsroom from the Nebraska State Patrol yet this morning, as two individuals have been arrested in southwest Nebraska in a narcotics investigation. Investigators with the Nebraska State Patrol have arrested two people in Chase County as part of an ongoing narcotics investigation. Wednesday, investigators served a search warrant at a residence in rural Lamar. That's near Chase County, or in Chase County, actually. The Nebraska State Patrol SWAT team was activated as part of the operation. Both occupants had active warrants for the arrest, according to a press release issued this morning by the Nebraska State Patrol. As the SWAT team made verbal contact with the occupants of the home, both voluntarily exited the residence and were taken into custody. A search of the residence revealed 16 grams of methamphetamine, 8 ounces of marijuana, 12 firearms, and 2 stolen motorcycles. The male occupant, Kenneth Johnston, age 45, was arrested on an outstanding warrant for distribution of a controlled substance and for possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, possession of stolen property, and possession of a stolen vehicle, along with conspiracy to commit theft. He was lodged in the Lincoln County Detention Center. The female occupant, Lindsay Bartrelli, 39, was arrested for an outstanding warrant for theft and lodged in the Chase County Jail. The Nebraska State Patrol was assisted by several divisions of the entity of the agency, as well as the Code Drug Task Force, Imperial Police Department, and the Chase County Sheriff's Office in this big arrest. And we've had a lot of attention this week on District 177 as the redevelopment group that's behind the rehabbing of the former North Platte Mall has been really front and center this week on the request of their EEA extension. And this week at the North Platte City Council meeting, developer Mike Works gave an update on the old Arby's location that's soon going to be home to a new restaurant in Lincoln County.
It is scheduled that the Arby's building will actually get knocked down next week. And Panda Express is building one of their larger buildings on the same spot, starting this spring to open up early third quarter.
At the Nebraska legislature, 194 measures were introduced by lawmakers Wednesday, marking the final day of bill introduction. A couple of noteworthy bills that were introduced. Bellevue Senator Rick Holcroft introduced a bill that would eliminate online voter registration, also restricting voter registration by mail, and adding requirements for early voting and counts of ballots. Lincoln Senator Jane Raybould sponsoring a bill that would require each school board to adopt a policy on transgender students in extracurricular activities. And a measure by Omaha Senator John Kavanaugh aims to provide enforcement of red light violations using automatic license plate reader systems across Nebraska. And in other legislative news, the legislature also debating rule changes as committee hearings are getting underway. Senators debating some rule changes, and most times rules are voted on by the Rules Committee before being presented on the legislative floor. But one senator may decide to bring a rule change without it being voted out of the committee. Senator Kathleen Kautz change would require senators to vote yes or no, and they would not be allowed to abstain from voting. Senator Danielle Conrad believes it's wrong to force people to take a stand on specific issues.
So saying that making us take a vote, either yes or no, is compelling speech, I think is a little histrionic.
What I did was bring forward legal and policy issues and practical concerns with Senator Kauth's measure. It goes against American principles to really force somebody to vote, whether that's at the ballot box or on the floor of the legislature.
The Nebraska women's basketball team climbing back into the top 25 coaches poll, claiming the 25th spot. This is after a 31-point victory over their Big Ten rivals from Wisconsin. Nebraska started the year ranked at 23rd in the USA Today WBCA poll and are riding a 5-game win streak, the longest in conference play since 2018. Running out the morning pulse with a check of the 7-day forecast. 31 the high today, but my goodness, it's going to feel awfully good outside tomorrow with temperatures climbing over 10 degrees. Highs are going to be in the mid-40s, but don't get too used to it. We have cooler temperatures on the horizon for the weekend, and then some seasonably warmer temperatures, it looks like, for early next work week.